Engage.
It is time for the flip through of my Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal. And this is going to be sent out very shortly, like tomorrow, and I am so excited. So this is my journal, and I will be sending it off to the next girl in the group, and then that girl will be sending off my journal to another person in the group, and so on and so forth, until the journal eventually comes back to me. And the whole goal is that other people in my group will have not only worked on my spreads in this journal, but have added their own spreads into the journal, and anybody who came after said person will also work on any communal spreads that other person added, and so on and so forth until, I get it back. So I did add a sticker on the front. This is from Kia Creates. I'm on her Patreon, and it's a little, let me show you. Hold on. It is a little Halloween crest, and I love that. And I also added a sticker on the back cover. It says, "Please rewind," and there's a little ghost because, VHS basically almost extinct now. It is very chunky, just so that you guys kind of see. I know my Pee-wee blanket fabric is making it so that it cannot focus, but you can kind of see that it's very chunky. I use this fabric specifically, 1, to cover my ugly table, and 2, because there are many Pee-wee themed spreads, so I thought this was appropriate. I did get this fabric from Spoonflower, which is an online fabric printer, and great fabric, great deals. All right, let's open this bad boy up. There are stickers on the inside covers, just 2 that I added, and my hope is that the other girls will all add stickers so that this is completely covered. So each person hopefully will add a few stickers to not only the front cover, the back cover, but the front inside cover, as well as the inside back cover, and I'll go over some of this later. Also, how great is this? This is like the Blue's Clues notebook, but it's like that freaking song by Eminem, and it's like, "Dear Slim, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling." Anyway, but it's like freaking Steve from, Blue's Clues. Anyway, whatever. It's a nostalgia themed kind of spread. Well, what am I saying? Spread sticker. Please excuse me. So much journaling in a short period of time makes you just crazy and nonsensical. So I have my little read me note, which literally explains some of what I already told you. So look how I decorated the envelope. I also kind of made decorated edges, so it folds out like this. We're supposed to close it so that the read me is visible. But anyway, so it just says, "Thank you for doing this. Please add stickers to front and back cover. And also the front inside and back inside pages, please add stickers." And then it says what to do on each of the communal spreads and where to find our junk exchange / sticker exchange. And I also included, which is listed in here, and stuff gets stuck in this little pocket. This is a pocket that I also used the same little punch as I did here. I used this. And this just came in an order. This is probably from Box and Knots, this background. I don't remember, though, so please excuse me. But I have some spread ideas that they don't have to use, but it's spreads I would definitely love if they added. Like, you'll see as we go, I want everyone to add their own meme quilt page, and I'll explain what a meme quilt is, but I did show it in my favorite spreads video, which I'll link below. I didn't show all of this journal, but I have shown pages in this journal in other videos, but this is the first full flip through of all of my spreads that I've done. A corn themed page of corn cobs, popcorns, candy corns, because everyone I'm doing this exchange with is in my Patreon, and it is corn themed. So anyway, that's what's in this pocket. And one of my exchanges, since we're talking about that, I included this envelope, which will go in my package, and it says, "This is more, take some, leave some," and you kind of saw at the back here, I have in this envelope additional take some, leave some, including everyone can take their own bookmark. I have 4, and there are 4 people I'm exchanging. And there's this other random bigger things in this take some, leave some, and everyone can take as much as they want, as long as whoever's coming after them that isn't me has enough to take some as well. And this I just washi taped closed so they could keep using it. And there's tons of stuff in here, including a whole package of stickers that I made using my Silhouette machine and my printer and sticker paper. So these are all designed stickers that I got off of Canva, and I put borders on them, printed them out, cut them out. My little, if you don't know what a silhouette machine, it's like a Cricut, if you've ever heard of that. My silhouette was being very, very uncooperative, so that kind of sucks. Here's my cover page, Kelsey's traveling journal. All of this is stickers. Even though this looks like writing, it is stickers. I drew around it messily in black pen, just to kind of make it stand out more. And instead of an apostrophe, I put like a little smiley face bead. Traveling journal, that's different set of stickers. Sorry, takes a second to focus because of the darn Pee-wee fabric. That was a bad idea. There's a little journal to represent the traveling journal. Here's some of my favorite things, including like a little Mothman sticker, a cute little raccoon with a pizza, this cute little cat, and some candy corn and other things that I like. And also this cat riding a shark because I love cats and I do love sharks. Hold on. There you go. And I love the background. I think I got this from maybe Box of Knots, or who even knows. Washi tape around the edges. So here we come to our guest check-in page. Every girl who comes after me will write their name. They will just go number it, as the order goes. So 2, 3, 4, whatever. That's not that important. But their name, the date they received my journal, and the state that they're in, like the abbreviation of their state. So I just put check-in in little heart letters, and I had this guest check from some order. I put more cute stickers, like I love mice, so I put this mouse sticker being like, here, this is where you check in. I love this friendship bracelet washi. I thought this really went with everything. And another Mothman sticker that came from the same pack as this one with the party hat. All right, so now we come to my Memecore page, and then I also have an about me after this, but I also have a Memecore page, which is me in memes, but I'll show you that later. And it's a quilt themed Memecore spread, but this is Memecore, and it's supposed to directly kind of balance the Memecore spread that comes in a few pages. So this is just representation of things I love, and so this will hopefully help the girls make thematic spreads. If they don't know what to make, they could make it about anything that I've put here that I like. I also wanted to represent my pets, so I've got little animated versions of my pets. Someone made this for me back a long time ago when I had a Twitch. It's my dog Jackson, who passed away, but this was back when he was alive. It's him with little heart emojis as eyes. Well, just hearts as eyes, whatever. And then I made this in Canva using a picture of Fizzy to make him look drawn to kind of match this one. Just different stickers. I made this clown sticker with my Leanne cutter printer sticker thingy that I have. Suck brick kid. I love Home Alone 2, and that's a quote from that. A 90s kid sticker. I love horror movie sticker. Little couch potato. I love Pinhead. Hellraiser in general, the movie, the character Pinhead, and I love Rugrats. Specifically love Tommy, and look, there's a little Reptar at the corner of the flippin' sticker. It says a baby's gotta do what a baby's gotta do on the bottom, but it's like him as Pinhead. Anyway, it's great. Halloween Lovers Club, because I love Halloween. A ska sticker, because I love ska music. And I love that I don't like the movies Friday the 13th with Jason. This is a little Jason Fry chasing a potato to cut him up. But I do love the date Friday the 13th. There's one coming up this week. But I like this because I love any Friday the 13th because I was born on Friday the 13th. So that's very me core. There's also a really cute little, I think it's a squirrel, and it says cheeky, and I got big cheeks. Also quirky because I am quirky. Anyway, everything about this was very much thought of specifically and put there for a reason. And then just shapes, little small tiny sticker shapes to fill out the gaps, and a little Nickelodeon slime here. Also, this is another one of these emotes that I got made for my old Twitch. Here's my actual about me with more stickers about me, and this was drawn by my friend Rachel. You could find her on Instagram. Her business account is Odd Monster Co, and there's an underscore. I will link her Instagram below. She's got her own book about women-directed, shot-on-video horror movies, and the book is awesome. The formatting alone is 5 out of 5 stars. I haven't read it yet, but I'm excited, and the formatting is, again, amazing. She drew this for me, and she gave it to me when she visited New Orleans, and we hung out. So I kept it in a plastic bag, and I put stickers on the plastic bag so that later, if I want to, like, hang this up, I could take this art out of the bag and it's not damaged. I didn't put stickers on the actual art. And so this may look like you could open this, but it's really meant just to protect it and to be a flip out to have stickers on the back that is more about me. So this is Pedro Pascal fan club, book club card, because I like books, spooky reading. I love Celtic punk. That's the kind of music that I love. Candy corn, because I love pumpkin candy corns. Just cute stuff. Also Spunky from Rocco, because I love him. Pee-wee's Playhouse imagery, because I love that. We've got a candy corn Care Bear. Regular, like everything corn related is because of my Patreon, and it's like a vibe, a theme. I love Halloween, so October 31st and October. I love journaling, I love stickers, I love Irish culture, so there's a little clover. I also put a little cute portrait of a cat here. Let me look at him. Always keep a piece of childhood in your heart, because I love that quote. And the clown's prayer, which I just found, and I love the message of it, except for like the last line, which I'm not really religious, so that part doesn't apply to me, but the rest I love. As I stumble through this life, help me to create more laughter than tears, dispense more happiness than gloom, spread more cheer than despair. Never let me become so indifferent that I will fail to see the wonders in the eyes of a child, or the twinkle in the eyes of the aged. Never let me forget that my total effort is to cheer people, make them happy, and forget momentarily all the unpleasantness in their lives. And I love that. It's very me. I love to make people laugh and bring joy. This says current faves and facts, and there's all kinds of stuff, more stickers of stuff I like Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone, because I love that movie. We've got Peeps, because I love the candy Peeps. We've got all kinds of candy corn still represented. We've got a little ska dude. They're called Rude Boys. But anyway, I made that little sticker. A little play button, because I love old school movies. Another ska themed sticker here, crafty. And I will go through more later. But this says favorite movie genre, giallo, of course. I love giallo movies. Favorite book, Boy's Life. Favorite actor, Bill Murray. Favorite colors, blue and orange. My favorite beer currently, and maybe always, will be Sam Adams Oktoberfest. This is funny because I've had a birthday since I first started working on this journal, which was in December of last year, so I was 36, now I'm 37 because it's February and my birthday has passed, so I am now 37 and this is wrong, but whatever, ignore it. I shouldn't have put this part, or I shouldn't have put this at all. Height 4'11", that hasn't changed, so whatevs. Food, I love right now Detroit-style pizza. It's an obsession. My favorite hyperfixations currently, crafting, of course, nostalgia in general, and reading and movie watching. I am from New Orleans, Louisiana, and here's some more things. I'm pro candy corn. Some people hate it. I freaking love it. And I've got a representation of my favorite show, or one of my favorite shows, Star Trek TNG. Another fave show, The Office. And this is kind of like a representation of me. I love little Jigglypuff because small but angry. Accurate. That is also me. And anything else is like just the vibes match me. Like this little pumpkin sticker, crafty, hot ghouls read. I just like that because it's in the style of Goosebumps, which I do like. All right, so that was that part. And now we've got more stickers about me. So here's me and my cat Fizzy, aka his full name is Fizzgig. If you flip this up, it just tells you that the next page is my Memecore quilt. So again, like I referenced, we've got the Memecore stickers, and then we've got the Memecore quilt. And I put the M-E capital, so it's supposed to like kind of mirror the Memecore page, but it's Memecore. Anyway, whatever. I like it, and it tells you it's the next page with this little hand. Then there's a picture of my dog, Jackson, and me. I love him. Oh, Jackson, I miss you. More stickers of things I like. There is representation of some of my favorite movies, like Goodfellas here, which is my favorite quote from Goodfellas is this one. Funny how, like a clown, I amuse you? Anyway, whatever. I love that so much. Here's a little journal. This is from Kia Creates. Here's another favorite character of mine. This is Greg from Over the Garden Wall, which I just watched for the first time in October of 2025. Another favorite character, Bane from freaking The Dark Knight Rises, specifically Tom Hardy Bane. Love. I just put a sticker to represent, again, Irish culture. I love Irish culture, and I have Irish culture rules. So if anyone wants to make an Irish culture theme spread, I'm down. Another clover, because again, Irish culture. A favorite show, Breaking Bad. This is from Breaking Bad. And here's a picture of Robert McCammon, my favorite author, and also he's the author of my favorite book that I wrote over here, Boy's Life. So there's two pictures of him, and it says McCammy. That's my little nickname for him and my Patreon members who I'm doing this exchange with. Again, everyone who I'm doing this with, they're a part of my Patreon, so they know me, they know my sense of humor, and we all call him McCammy as like a little nickname, because I love them. And I'm like, oh, McCammy. Anyway, I know it's kind of informal, but that's on purpose. Also, a little kind of like Jigglypuff. This is another character comparison. I am very much like Piglet because, yes, I am kind and sweet, but I'm also super anxious. And then I put AKA me. Yes, it's very much Memecore. All right, so that's the end of the About Me, and now comes the Memecore quilt. It literally is supposed to look like a quilt, and I did show this in my, again, my favorite spreads that I made in 2025. So I did make this in December. I know I took a long time to do this journal, but we have so few people, we decided we could take our time with things. So I just kind of want to show you some of these memes. This is going to be a long flip through, but like, why just do it without explanation? And if you do want a quicker flip through, just speed it up and put me on mute, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, this is Kramer because I love Seinfeld. This one, knock, knock, knock. Knock, knock, knocking on Kevin's door because I love Home Alone 2. This one is just because it fits. Do not cite the buffoonery to me, for I was there when it was written, because I love to be silly and ridiculous. Like a Ross, and like a boss, but it's Bob Ross. Anyway, I love Bob Ross. He's very comforting. Amazing. This is Jesse from Breaking Bad, and he's saying, yeah, bitch. I think it's when he says, yeah, bitch, magnets, this scene. But anyway, I say bitch all the time, and my Patreon members know that. So this is kind of, 1, I love Breaking Bad. 2, I say bitch, just like Jesse, all the time. And you could see here, it says, yeah, bitch. Also, here's more Home Alone representation. We've got, instead of Macaulay Culkin, Macaulay Vulcan, and it's him, and he looks like a Vulcan. Anyway, this is so good. This one, I just love this quote. It's so powerful. It is possible, come on, focus. It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not weakness, that is life. And this is Captain Picard, a quote from Star Trek, The Next Generation. Can't mistakey if not awakey. And it's someone napping, like a little cat napping. This is so me because I always nap every day. And even when I'm just having a bad day, I'll just go take a nap. A little frog holding a clover to represent the Irish culture. Bob Ross representation, a tree painting Bob Ross instead of the reverse. Here, same place or same kind of meme. I don't even know what this is from, but my guest has been flabber. Wait, my guest has been flabbered. I almost couldn't say it, but you get it, like flabbergasted. I love this because especially I'm like, oh, I'm flabbergasted. My guest has been flabbered. Today is a good day for pie. I believe the actual Worf quote, and he's a character from Star Trek TNG, I believe the actual quote is, it's a good day to die, but I love pie, and I also love Worf, and I also love Star Trek TNG, so this is so me. It's not even funny. Today is a good day for pie. Anyway, here's just Pee-wee and Hellraiser mixed. There's Pinhead instead of Zombie. The word of the day is suffering. Sweet, sweet suffering. They knew I'd be too powerful if I was taller, because I'm short. This is just cool because it's a ghost reading human stories instead of ghost stories, but it's still horrific. Happy St. Patrick Stewart's Day. Again, I love Star Trek GNG. I love Captain Picard, played by Patrick Stewart. And I love everything about this. St. Patty's is my jam. Irish culture is my jam. I love candy corn. Especially candy corn pumpkins are my favorite. So, I love both regular candy corn and pumpkin candy corn, but the pumpkin candy corn's even better. Set phasers. Set phasers to bitch slap. It's the greatest thing ever. So you can see I put little marks because it's supposed to look like a sewn quilt of memes. So I made all of these 1x5 by 1x5 inches. If I remember correctly, I sized these all on Canva, so I made little, like, templates that were all this square size. I found memes from Pinterest, and I took them, pasted them into Canva, and put them in my little framed templates that were already sized correctly. Then I printed them and arranged them to see how they would fit, and this took trial and error. I actually ripped this part of the page because I was adjusting it so much, and I didn't like the way I drew the lines. Whatever. Was it worth it? Yes. I just put washi at the bottom, because I had a little bit of room at the bottom and I didn't want any blank space. This is supposed to be a quilt. So that is the reasoning. Let's keep going here. We've got a great little picture from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the original with Gene Wilder, and I love this pose. Just reminds me of, the song Pure Imagination, and I love the movie in general. I like this because it's just perfect. Me. Okay, I've complained enough about this. It's time to put it to rest. Me 5 minutes later. Actually, you know what? And like you just keep going on and on. That's me. Also, I love this. This is Elaine telling off Kramer. You stupid hipster doofus. This is totally my vibes about getting annoyed, especially about very much younger people than me. Just let's not talk about it. I told you earlier I love the character Bane played by Tom Hardy, and this is him kind of doing one of his quotes, like, from the movie, where he's, like, kind of being very, I guess, what's the word? He's using his hands a lot, and they just put time for hugs and made Elmo go to hug him. This is a little candy corn. I just want to be loved. This is so me. I can't handle when people hate me, but whatever. I have to handle it. I should be able to handle it better. I always welcome people on any live stream by saying, hello! And everyone always said it sounded like Mrs. Doubtfire, so everyone now will just be like, hello! And kind of type it out like that. So this is from Mrs. Doubtfire. This says, you can't please everyone, and it's a little candy corn just doing a funny, like, little walk. And I gotta remember this. It's okay. You can't please everyone. It's facts, and it's okay. This is just hilarious. It's Patrick Stewart making a ridiculous face. This is so me, and I love him in general, so it works. This is a random Forrest Gump quote, which I love Forrest Gump. Would you like a leg, Lieutenant Dan? And he doesn't, like, you know, it's terrible. I just forget it. Here's a little sleeping frog again, because I love naps. Here, I love The Never-Ending Story, the movie, but I also hate laundry, and it's a running joke on anyone who's ever watched a live stream of mine. I talk about laundry a lot, or I have, how I hate to do it. The Never-Ending Story of my life, and it's laundry. Yo, Mr. White, I'm a blowfish. And again, it's Jesse. It's a Breaking Bad quote, and that just makes me laugh. I don't know. And it's actually, like, that quote is in the show. Disregard reality, acquire pure imagination. Here we've got Newman from Seinfeld. Your day of reckoning is coming. I'm sorry. Your day of reckoning is coming, not coming, Anine. Anyway, I can't even talk. Guess I'll just destroy you with love and kindness. This is totally me. This is a mix between The Fifth Element, which I love, and I just rewatched for the first time in so many years, but it used to be my favorite movie as like a 12, 13-year-old. I just haven't seen it in a long time. But this is a mix between Fifth Element and Star Trek TNG, and freaking Chris Tucker's like, Captain Maman, the bug are here, we gon' die. Because you remember how crazy he talks in that movie? He talks very high-pitched and, like, frantic. This is a little couch potato frog. That is me. Here is a Beauty and the Beast. Me whenever someone knocks at the door, like, looking over suspiciously. Don't move, maybe they'll go away. That is so me. I hate when people knock on the door or call, and especially when I don't know who it is. Here is another Star Trek TNG meme. I don't know if all of these are technically memes, but just go with it. You get it. Whispers. Do not insert cotton swabs directly into the ear canal. And the joke is, so this character's name is Q, and this says Q-tips, and obviously Q-tips, you don't want to put them directly into the ear canal. Anyway, that makes me laugh so hard. This one I freaking love so much. So I love Dawson's Creek. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. It's my, like, comfort kind of, I don't like to talk about it that much, but it's my comfort show that it's like a guilty pleasure. And Goodfellas, which is my favorite movie of all time. So this one's my friends. Summer's almost over, crying like Dawson Creek. Not Dawson Creek, like Dawson from Dawson's Creek when Joey leaves. And then me being like, yeah, laughing like freaking your boy in Goodfellas. Like and then you can't see it because I kind of covered it, but he's got all kinds of fall stuff in his hands and he's just smiling. That's why he's got like a pumpkin hat on. Here's I don't know why I put this, but because it has bitch and beep beep bitch, I do have road rage, so it fits. And finally, we've got Bob Ross draws a branch. Me, nice. Bob Ross draws second branch because everyone needs a friend. Me, holding back tears. Nice. Like, what? I love it. I love it so much. Anyway, I love this page. It's one of my favorite pages I've ever made, ever. So everyone does like a little page on these traveling journals where you can add your picture. For me, I decided to do a decorate a Locket page. And this was very difficult. I had to use Canva. I printed out these. I tried to make them look like they were hanging off the page. And these came out great, these two pages. And I just wrote with stickers, decorate a Locket. And this page came out okay. This one I messed up like 400 times trying to draw, and look how thick it became. And since I made this, we actually have two fewer people. 2 people dropped out. So, this page will probably remain blank, or two of the lockets basically will remain blank. And I did keep using the friendship bracelet washi because it feels like a friendship bracelet goes with a locket. And I already decorated mine. It's just a picture of me from Halloween time with candy corn, of course, all decked out in candy corn stuff. And I just put Kelsey Corn as like a little nickname on my locket. And I have a little mini teddy bear reading with heart sunglasses or heart glasses and a little tiny candy corn. And I just kind of colored. There's a little bit of smudging with my gel pens here, but I still love it. All right. And again, different backgrounds, just either I printed them or I already had them in my stash. So here we come to the color communal spread. And essentially, I want everyone to color bits of this so that when it gets back to me, it's all colored. So I told everybody that they can color as much as they want as long as they leave a little for the next person to color, as long as the next person isn't me, then I don't want anything left. So I colored a little. And this is just a coloring page that I kind of found of Pee-wee's Playhouse. And there was a second part that I had to cut and make sure it was still on here. So please help color this entire picture. And I want it to be all zany colors. But here's like a reference picture. They can use it for inspiration or not. But I love this picture of Pee-wee's Playhouse, this graphic. I found it on Pinterest, and I just decided it went perfectly here. And all of my next pages are Pee-wee pages, and I'm not going to go into this very long because I do have a journal with me video where I actually am making these pages, and then I show these afterwards in a little flip through. So I already showed these, and I even created these on camera, and I will link that video below if you want to see it. I really enjoyed doing that. So the idea is every person is going to take maximum 5 characters from this bag. I have enough to where everyone can pick up to 5 characters. They're going to pick them, color them, and paste them on the next 3 spreads that are all Pee-wee themed. It took forever to make these. These backgrounds were so hard to find without watermarks. Anything Pee-wee pattern related for the Pee-wee's Playhouse is very hard to find for some reason, even though the patterns are like incredible. So just even these backgrounds alone were so hard to find and size correctly, and it took forever and so many different testing of printing things to figure out the size, to even get like something I could use on 2 different pages that looked like part of his house, but with no characters on it. So I wanted blank things so that they could take characters, color them, and paste them, and it would be like an empty interior of Pee-wee's Playhouse. You could see like this one. This one's completely empty, no characters. My friends can take their amount of characters they want, paste them here, and I just put washi tape around the edges. And this one I did kind of color some dots because this is zigzag washi, so there was white. I love this. So this is the interior, and this is like art done by somebody who did like an art project about Pee-wee's Playhouse. So again, props to Pinterest, because a lot of this was sourced through Pinterest, including, I think these Pee-wee pictures came from a blog about the art style of Pee-wee's Playhouse and Pee-wee merch. So anyway, this is sourced from a lot of different places, and I painstakingly like found a Pee-wee certificate from a blog, and I basically blew it up, printed out the characters, cut them all out individually so that my friends could color them. It's very hard to find black and white images of Pee-wee characters, but I found them. So yeah, that is over 20 characters in here, enough for every person to pick up to 5 characters each to color them. So I picked out Pee-wee, 2 fish, and Mr. Kite. The ant doesn't count because there was nothing to color. He's just a black and white ant. So anyway, there is like a little ant hill in Pee-wee's Playhouse, so anyway, I did color Mr. Kite, and he really is the only one who makes sense to be on this picture, and I did not include the character of the window because he's already here. This chair, I already talked about how I messed this up, but anyway, here are the spreads that people can paste things to and write their little name next to their character that they, or multiple characters that they adopted. So I did the fish as well, and that's all, and the rest is just blank for people to paste their characters onto. And again, they don't have to match the actual design of the characters. It's up to them. But how cool does this look? And these patterned washi really match the vibes of Pee-wee's Playhouse. So this next one is clown themed. I love clown aesthetics. I never really realized how much I liked that until the last 2 years or so. And I kind of want to start to collect clown things. I already have collected clown stickers and circus carnival stickers, but I want clown figurines, which I have a few of, but I want more. So anyway, I use clown washi. there was a Grabby box, if you guys have heard of Grabby, and there was a carnival themed Grabby box, which I do have, and these backgrounds came from there, including this little vellum piece. So I put in stickers, add clowns. I got this from a different artist somewhere, and I love it. If I remember, I will link if I can find who did this. This is from a different artist on Etsy as well, and this is from a sticker sheet from somewhere else. So 3 different sticker sheets. The whole object of this page is for all of my sisters or people in the traveling journal group to add clowns everywhere. And I made a flip only because I want them to have more room down here to add clowns, because there's not much room after I added the title here. I wanted to still give them the same amount of room that was taken up by the stickers. They can't really put it on anything on the back side since this is vellum and it's going to show on this side. So I would just say they could decorate the front of this and then this bottom part, but not the under flap, if that makes sense. Anyway, I hope this is decked out with clown carnival stuff. It doesn't have to be stickers. It could be cutouts, ephemera, whatever. I already showed this page. I've got inside jokes about this. We talk a lot about peaches and rumps because of the specific author I like called Richard Lehman. That's his name. And we joke about this all the time. He uses the word rump for butt, and he uses it a lot in his books. So this is why this page exists. And this sticker is from the same artist who did this sticker, I believe. Anyway, this was given to me in a junk exchange from my friend Crystal, who's in this traveling journal group, and this is what inspired the spread, was this big peach that she ended up sending me, and it gave me this idea to do this whole page for the traveling journal. This is just a page I want people to put weird and zany things on. I have an inflatable dinosaur, a little quote about weirdos. This is from the craft, and this is just anything goes. Could be a cutout, could be a sticker, could be anything that seems weird or zany. This is a washi wall. I hope everyone continues to add 1 strip all the way down here and 1 strip all the way down here, even though I accidentally put a strip all the way across 2 sides and I didn't mean to do that. So hopefully they understand that. Fill this side and then fill this side, and they could all put as many as they want, as long as there's room for the person who comes after. Now to the pages I haven't gone over with you guys. I love this. So this is my kind of patch page, and it's jean themed. You can usually sew patches or textures or fabric onto jeans. And so I kind of wanted to do a jean background. These came from Pinterest, and I made some stickers with my sticker maker. It's called a Liene, I think Liene. And it prints and cuts stickers at the same time. And I made these little stickers with that machine. I got these off of Pinterest, and I just searched for, I don't know, patch aesthetic or something. So these, if you look close, have a patch kind of look to them, but they're stickers. And I'm going to say, I don't know if I'll put this on my little read me note, but anyone who comes after me can basically put fabric things, textured things. It doesn't have to be stickers. It could be actually a piece of fabric if they wanted to, even though if they did pin anything in, it would show on the next side. So I don't know if they could pin it in. Maybe they could glue something in, but they can get creative with it and do whatever they want. But the idea is kind of like a patchwork page with actual patches or anything that you would sew onto something. So I put little fake little lines that would look like sewing around each little sticker. Here's a Rocco one, and again, if you look close, you can't super tell on camera, but in person you can tell it's like a patch texture to this. And it's again because I searched specifically for things that looked like patches, including this little clover looks like a patch, this Care Bear looks like a patch, this clown looks like a patch, this heart looks like a patch. This is just a random like design. And crafts past bedtime, this again, it has a little textured background like a patch. This is to add everyone's pets, either past or present pets. So I do have my dog who passed away at the beginning of 2025. His name is Jackson. I miss him all the time. And I also have my current cat, Fizzy. And I just, this little sticker came from, I think, a Pipsticks little sticker book that I just got in one of their subscriptions. I just put in stickers, add your pets, and I got these cute little backgrounds. This one came from Pinterest. These came from that Pipsticks sticker book, Memecore, and the definition of love and lovable. So I love how this came out. Very cute. Next up, we've got your fave animals spread. And again, it doesn't always have to be stickers. It could be pictures. It could be whatever. I use a lot of stickers because I can make my own stickers. So I could find images I like, make them into stickers. That's what I did with my fave animals. And I'm really proud because the background took more than like more time than anything. I had to find good clouds. I found that on Pinterest. Good grass that looked good. Found it on Pinterest. This I already had in my stash. And this little water, I wanted something that you could put water animals or air animals or land animals. So I wanted something of everything so it would look good on the page. So some of my favorite animals, a shark. How do you say this again? Axolotl or axolotl? My friends always make fun of me because I always say it wrong. Whatever one is right. It's that creature with a cute little love envelope. And mice, because I used to have pet mice. I do love cats and dogs, obviously, because I had a dog and I have a cat, but I feel like I already talked about that. So this is other animals that aren't like, you know, the pets I have right now. And the final spread, I rushed to add this one in because I thought it was really fun and I had seen nobody else do this. So I wanted something that was nostalgic feeling. And I was like, okay, decorate lockers. I've seen that. I've seen people do Tamagotchis. I was like, what could I do that is kind of nostalgic but different? And I thought, oh my God, thematic lunchboxes. So whether you called it a lunchbox or a lunch kit, I gave everyone a lunch kit / lunchbox to decorate, and I put food themed things all around it. These I got from sticker sheets from an artist, these 4 big things, and everything else came from other sticker books, the little food. I actually found a picture on eBay of my same lunch kit I had. So this isn't a picture of my own lunchbox I still own, but this is the exact one, the same color, the same everything that I had in the 90s. But I typed in 90s red lunchbox or lunch kit, and this came up. And I was like, it's my lunch kit. So I was like, this is the lunch kit I actually had. And I already decorated mine. I found a Pee-wee themed actual lunchbox decoration. I sized it, cut it out, pasted it on the top, but I also decorated my ideal lunch. So this is not what I really had for lunch, but it would be like my ultimate 90s kid lunch. So if you look close, it says Kelsey's lunch, frickin' cosmic. It's cosmic brownies. This came from Pinterest. All of these on the inside came from Pinterest. So I did search for Rugrats thermos. I didn't have a Rugrats thermos, but I wish I did. I also didn't have a Pee-wee lunch kit, but I wish I did. I did used to carry a thermos. It was a plain, ugly, boring black thermos, but it always had ABCs and 1, 2, 3s in it. The little microwavable kind. My mom and dad would microwave it in the morning, and the thermos was so good that it was still warm at lunch. Awesome. And in this little ideal lunch, I've got frosted animal cookies, and I've got Dunkaroos, of course, and pizza Lunchables, which is my favorite kind of Lunchable. I also like the nachos. I don't think that's a very healthy lunch because, like, the majority of it is snacks with the brownie, the frosted animal things, and the Dunkaroos. Like, that's a lot of snacks that are sweet. But let's pretend ABCs and 1, 2, 3s is in this thermos, and that kind of balances it a little, even though I'm sure that's really bad for you too, along with the Lunchable is totally processed. Anyway, everyone can decorate their own lunchbox, and I did draw like a little outline. They can color it in more like I kind of did mine all messy. It doesn't matter. They can do the same. I just kind of gave them the parameter they could see where they could put their lunch, and they can color that in or erase it, whatever. Anyway, I just like that I put my actual lunchbox just for reference, like, hey, this is what I actually used in the 90s. And that's basically it. The rest is for them to decorate. And again, I have the take some, leave some, and I put a lot in here, but I put a lot more in that envelope I showed you guys earlier. Again, that is closed with washi, and I just got random stuff in here, like old freaking plain trading cards. I don't even know what you call them. Trading cards that are like thematic. There's a Bill and Ted one. There's one from the movie Hook, which I love. I don't like Rocket Power, but I know a lot of people do. So this is some Rocket Power postcards from, I think, the Nick box, which doesn't even exist anymore. So these are kind of special. This subscription box does not exist. So yeah, I hope people... Also, I have a pack of 90s cards, and this one is a fun little selfie scavenger hunt, and people, I think, could even make a spread using this if they wanted to. Like, you know, do your hair in a 90s hairstyle. I would say take a picture of it and put it in a spread in my journal, or they could put it in a spread in their own journal. But anyway, they could use these for prompts if they wanted, and it came from my own stash, and they could keep it if they wanted. There's a 90s Minnie Mouse coloring page in here. Again, I have got 4 bookmarks for everyone to choose from. This came from an art magazine, just random stuff. Again, I'm not going to show you everything because I want to leave some things as a surprise. I hope you guys who are in my group aren't watching this, but knowing them, they are going to watch this. So I'm sorry if I'm spoiling, but this is my journal and I love it so much, and it is chunky already, but I don't care. I think it'll be worth it. And I will say, one of the pages already came out. So if you get this journal, I had to tape this back in. It's this page. this page. It came out, I taped it on this side and on this side. So guys, if it happens again, I'm sorry, just try to tape it back in or leave it for me to tape in when I get it back. I'm gonna reposition this after I end this. But anyway, did you guys have a favorite spread? What would you make a spread of if you had your own traveling journal? Let me know anything. Look at this cute bookmark. He's got little googlies. All of the ones I put in, except for like one, has googlies, maybe. Anyway, that is all. I would love to hear anything you have to say down below. And if you can't think of one to say, you don't want to answer the other questions, but you want to let me know you were here and also help with my analytics, help my channel spread and grow, I would totally appreciate just leaving an emoji. How about leaving a little journal or book emoji? Just, again, to let me know you were here and to help me. And also remember to leave a like, as that helps as well. And I really appreciate you guys checking out this long video. And that, for me, is it. And until next time, you guys know what you can do. Keep on killing it. Bye, guys!